Once upon a time, there were four buddies who were always together, traveling, hanging out, having fun, you name it. They were like peas in a pod. One day, these four friends decided to go into business together. One of them piped up, "Let's pool our money, buy some goods, and start trading." The next day, they got together and counted their coins. They had 4,000 gold coins in total. They stuffed the coins into a sack and got ready for the adventure. The following morning, they saddled up their horses and hit the road. By noon, they were exhausted and stumbled upon a garden. The youngest of the group said, "Man, we're beat. Let's chill in this garden, rest up, and grab a bite." The others chuckled and said, "Sounds perfect." So, the four friends went to the garden's gate and knocked. An old lady answered. They said, "Hey, Grandma. We're super tired. Mind if we rest in your garden and eat something?" The old lady smiled and said, "No problem at all." They tied their horses to a tree outside and went into the garden. They plopped down under a shady tree, pulled out some bread and cheese, and started eating. A little stream ran nearby, and one of the friends got curious. He followed it and found a big pool at the back of the garden. He ran back and said, "Guys, there's a pool back there. Let's go swim and freshen up." Another friend chimed in, "What about our money sack? We can't just leave it lying around. What if someone steals it?" One of them suggested, "Let's give it to the old lady to keep safe." So, all four went to the old lady, handed her the sack, and said, "Grandma, hold on to this for us. Don't give it to anyone unless all four of us come back together." The old lady took the sack and tucked it away in a chest. The friends went off to swim and mess around in the pool. After about an hour, one of them said, "We're all cleaned up. Wish we had combs to tidy our hair. A trader's got to look sharp." Another laughed, "Where are we gonna find combs in the middle of nowhere?" The guy who wanted a comb said, "Maybe the old lady has one. I'll go ask her." He climbed out of the pool, got dressed, and headed to the old lady's room. On the way, a sneaky idea hit him. He thought, "If I can get that sack of coins, it's all mine. I could live the good life with that money." With this plan in mind, he went to the old lady and said, "Hey, Grandma, we're ready to head out. I'm here to grab the money sack. We gotta hit the road." The old lady frowned and said, "Didn't you say I should only give it back when all four of you are here?" The guy shrugged and said, "My buddies are still swimming. Just give me the sack, and I'll take it to them." She wasn't convinced. "Tell them to shout from the pool so I know it's okay." The guy leaned out the window and yelled, "Yo, guys. Grandma won't give me what I came for." His friends, splashing around and having fun, thought he was talking about a comb. They shouted back, "Grandma, just give him whatever he wants." The old lady, thinking they meant the money, handed the sack to the guy. He grinned, grabbed it, and walked out. When he got to the middle of the garden, he veered off into the trees, slipped out, hopped on his horse, and took off with the coins. An hour later, the other three noticed their friend hadn't come back. They got out of the pool, dressed, and went to the old lady. "Grandma, where's our buddy?" they asked. She said, "He took the money and said he was going back to you. You all shouted to give him whatever he wanted." The three friends were furious. "Didn't we say not to give the sack to anyone unless all four of us were here?" Things got heated, and the three friends dragged the old lady to the city judge, complaining about her. The judge summoned her to court. When she stood before him, he asked, "Grandma, what's the deal? Are these guys telling the truth?" She nodded. "Yes, they're telling the truth." The judge said, "So where's their money? Why'd you give it to their friend?" The old lady explained everything, step by step, just as it happened. The judge thought it over while the three friends raised a fuss, saying, "We want our money back. You shouldn't have given it to him." The judge was stumped but felt the three friends had a point. The old lady had messed up, and she needed to return the money. He turned to her and said, "Grandma, that sack was entrusted to you, and now you've got to give it back to them." The old lady, heartbroken, asked for a day to figure something out. The judge gave her the time. She left the court, wandering the city streets, upset and wondering how she'd ever come up with all those coins. As she walked, she ran into a young boy who noticed her distress. "Grandma, why are you so sad?" he asked. She told him the whole story. The boy thought for a moment, then grinned and said, "That's an easy fix." She looked at him, confused. "How?" he said. "You told the judge those 4 guys agreed you'd only give the sack back when all 4 showed up together, right?" She nodded. "Yeah," the boy said. "Then go back to the judge and tell him you'll give the money back when all 4 of them show up. Let those 3 find their missing friend. If they bring him back, you'll get the sack from him. If they don't, you're off the hook." The old lady's face lit up. She hurried back to the judge and explained the boy's idea. The judge was surprised. He thought for a moment and asked, "Grandma, who gave you this clever idea?" She smiled and said, "A sharp young guy." If you're interested in short and inspiring stories, please subscribe to our channel GardX Stories using the button on the bottom right and support our video with a like. We'd also love to hear your thoughts about the story you just heard, or any suggestions for future videos and topics you're interested in. Thanks for your attention.